Alright, round 4.
I think we'll be good. Alright, let's see. What do we got?
We have core samples and we have nukes. And this isn't
Yeah,
really a
no, not
disgusting
like
idea, I was
anything
hoping.
at all right now.
I would, oh, but the market is horrible. There's no double prices
Uh,
whatsoever.
I mean, you also got that one scavenger spot that could work out.
I would be really looking forward for a scientist in the water, and then you can try to core sample a bunch of iron.
There's also a bunch of chemical. The colony consumes chemicals this time.
Yeah, well, they start half price though, so that's a problem.
I don't know, not in Ceres. Don't they go rapidly?
A robotics HQ has been
And
founded.
2D
Still gonna
bag.
take a while. This is probably a very sane found. Interesting that he's going for the adjacency. I'm
Oh, no.
a bit confused by that.
HQ has been founded.
I don't think it's worth it. Maybe his idea is that he wants to core sample
Maybe.
these tiles.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Maybe eventually he wants to.
Yeah, but you don't have to claim them now. Who's gonna steal them from you?
Exactly.
I mean,
When
someone
there's,
might, but
I mean, there's other ones available.
yeah, but no one's gonna steal them when found, I guess. So I'm still confused by this. I mean, eventually he can transition it into ice if he wants to. He can core sample. He can do a lot of things, but you don't need to take them now.
Oh, Rhahi. Going on the one-on-one.
That's not best, but probably okay.
Oh, so Varlet as well, actually. Meanwhile, DeathTacticus is the first one to get HQ2.
Yeah, the two expansive are faster than the robot who found first. That's a bit of a
Twodback as
problem.
a robotic is actually the last one for level.
Well, he has had money for a while actually, but
Okay, now I
still
question
being
what he's
slow.
doing.
No, see, you're asking for a freeze here.
You technically are. On purpose.
This is basically kill me. Oh.
I'm completely open, guys.
DT seems to have a very nice farm here. He did not take aluminium, which he doesn't need yet. He will
He doesn't
probably.
need. I mean, he's also a robot, so he can.
Yeah, he
What he
might need
wants
it on HQ3, but for now it's good. Has two high tiles. Has a bunch. Oh, excuse me. Has a bunch of water, which is worthless, but he can transition it soon, hopefully.
Oh, Rhahi with core samples.
Power is creeping up really high, and it's looking like there's a lot of potential to. Wait.
Oh, there's a shortage.
Right. That's an okay shortage for varlets. Actually, he has the most steel.
Then again, they're all level 2 and they all need to upgrade.
Yeah, it's just an annoyance for everyone, really. But I think that Varlet is better off in this
Rhahi
stage.
did so.
A robotics HQ has been upgraded.
Yeah, that's gonna help people.
The black market is open for business.
I think
An expansive HQ has been
well, if
upgraded.
twodback can push to an upgrade soon, he might be in a good spot to make power money, in the best spot maybe, because he has some power at this point. And people actually have up to 2,000 in debt, so they double their debt pretty quickly.
You know, there is Cook to the Books available this time now.
Yeah, that's gonna make it interesting.
So it gives you a little edge to fake that debt problem.
Sold.
Okay, I have to question how 2dback won the previous games, because I'm not sure I understand what the hell he's doing this game.
Uh,
I mean, maybe it's some kind of pro strats for Ceres that he has that I simply don't understand. He's making good transitions. So he's claiming aluminium and a metal mine, which is good. It's I actually like
They're
that a
all-
lot.
they're all one-on-one though, completely.
Oh, he's moving
But
into
then
nuclear.
again,
Wait.
But then again, they're all adjacent, aren't they?
Yeah. So I don't think he needs to ship stuff.
Even then.
Well, he will need to ship during the night, but
Yeah, there we go.
I thought he's actually making a
That's
transition
an
into nuclear
interesting.
aluminium, and then
That's an interesting tactic right there, though.
yeah, I mean, I guess the benefit it's actually not bad. Actually, you know what? I like this now that I have thought a little bit about it because he doesn't need to ship power back, so it's annoying that he will need to ship other things, but it's actually, you know what? The more I think about it, the more I like it.
I mean, it's also adjacent to the other two, so it makes it even better.
It's vulnerable, I guess, but here's another
But it
bonus
also
of
has a
this.
goon on it as
A
well.
robotic
Yeah, of course.
HQ has been
Market is
upgraded.
online.
But here's another bonus. He needs to ship less uranium because, well, actually,
Because
he
he's
needs to
running
ship
this shit.
about as much
I mean, he's still
uranium
gonna ship. Yeah, I mean, he's still gonna ship some.
because he's getting more uranium. He actually needs to ship more uranium at the moment while he has just one of these. But eventually, he's gonna need to ship less. This is interesting, but the problem with this is that he has this one stupid solar panel, has this nuclear plant. It's just not making enough. And I think it's something that he was saying the other day about his play on the casuals tournament where he separated power very awkwardly so that no one attacks it, but not very good power.
Congratulations.
Meanwhile, DT has better power, he has a lot of food. He's also extremely vulnerable and he's getting frozen for a good reason. He's also had on upgrades, so he's definitely a big target now. Everyone has a little bit of power, and everyone's power is better than 2D-Back's power.
I guess 2D bag is just staying on the edge here, just producing enough to not accumulate that debt problem.
He's finally up to HQ4, and I really want him to
Expansive HQ
add
has been
more
upgraded.
nuclear plants.
Aluminum.
Or solar panels, or whatever, just add something. I guess the benefit of the solar panel is that it's boosting iron. I guess that's some benefit.
And it boosts the steel.
Yeah, but you want better power than this.
Especially when you're close when you can actually make power money, but however, the power is declining rapidly, so that's kind of pointless at this stage.
I think so. He can still make some power money. He moved into a second reactor.
It's rapidly going down.
And he's moving into electrolysis, which is really good, because it doesn't seem like anyone is on electrolysis and they're on the rise. People are on farms pretty heavily, and he's
I would like
making...
to see nukes.
sorry?
I would like to see nukes.
Well, who wouldn't like to see nukes? Maybe the players, but the crowd.
Well, especially them, but yeah.
New building is available
Just
for action.
nuke 2D backs. Uranium. Just make him suffer.
Well, there's enough uranium produced overall that I don't know if that's going to be very impactful. It's really cheap.
I mean, in the late game, it would.
I guess. Yeah, I guess so.
Somebody has invested into chems already.
Who bought up the chems? Of course, it's DT. Yeah, he's basically noticed
The
the
black market is open for
the
Yeah, he
auction
noticed
center.
that. Yeah, he wanted to just achieve just some cash.
Yeah, he just made life harder for whoever's gonna win this auction. Get a little bit of cash out of that. Liquid batteries for Rhahi are going to be excellent because she's relying on ice. This is everyone, I think? Yeah, I'm
no,
pretty...
DP is
Oh,
just using the water pump.
yeah, DT has very good water access.
An expansive
I wouldn't be
HQ has been
surprised if he,
upgraded.
upon upgrading to 5, just claims the rest of the water up north. Water
Oh,
is dead.
and there's a solar flare. Alright, just... Yep, see, power's now dead. Water's soon going to be dead after this solar.
And no one has too much money. Well, actually, DT has quite a bit of money. He has a pleasure dome, which is really good at the moment. He has been making some life support money. He's in
making
water.
everybody pay fuel.
Yeah, yeah, he's doing.
He's doing a good job about that.
Yeah, he's doing his crazy market manipulations. It's efficient. It's good. Everyone should do that. It takes a lot of effort. But it's really good. So twodback is going to defend himself because DT is very frightening at the moment, and if I was Varlet or Rhahi, I would actually be terrified because DT should be able to get a buy on Varlet, for instance. Rhahi should be more difficult because he can buy several of her stock, maybe even fully defend herself. But Varlet is in a world of
Varlet
hurt.
or Rhahi would be a good subsidiary if you bought them right away.
There's something to be said about
Congratulations.
not doing that though, because twodback does have a bit of money if he sells his stock. So collectively they could threaten him, maybe. But I think he bought his stock up so that he can sell it for a better price once he buys up a pile of Varlet stock. Now watch him, yes, sell down.
Here comes his bump.
Then here comes a buyout.
Black market is online.
Actually, Rhahi is going to make this buyout. Now that's something I
My
don't agree
goodness.
with.
Who was the last player that did that? Wasn't it Rainbow?
Yeah, I think it was Rainbow who did that. Yeah, so here's my problem with this. Instead of doing that, you could have bought into DT and tried to threaten him, and maybe together with twodback, you can pull off.
Which I have seen players done that.
Yeah, and even if you don't pull a buyout on him, you can at least threaten him away from buying Varlet, because there's no good reason to allow him to have this buyout.
Is open for business.
Instead, twodback upgrades, and DT can afford an upgrade after all that. That's really scary. He's going to move into a patent lab. What I'm noticing here is that early patent labs are really hard on Ceres unless chems start really cheap, and chems are they start at half price, but now they're really expensive.
Doing that shortage on the oxygen. Yep, there he goes. He just sold it all.
New building is available for auction.
This is hilarious. It's kind of pointless at this point, but
There's the nukes that I like to see.
should have happened earlier, honestly. He kept running on just this one single iron tile this whole time. And I don't think he had any power next to it, so... Well, maybe he had. But, well, no, he wasn't. He has another iron tile, right. But still, his iron is very vulnerable, so nuking him out is pretty good, I think.
I mean, but then again, there's core samples.
I guess so.
He has just done.
I'll also point out that core samples have been used very, very aggressively before the first nuke came down. So maybe that limits it a little bit, but I would seriously consider just nuking his water. If you can afford a bunch of nukes in his water, he's in a tough spot at this point because he did not make a move into the northern water as I wanted him to. Which is understandable because you're making yourself super duper invulnerable, but if he gets nukes in his water, there's just 4 tiles that you have to nuke, and he's in a world of hurt unless he gets slum drilling, which he is not getting at the moment. It might get eventually. He's working his way towards VR. Now Rhahi, unfortunately, is in a dangerous spot.
Yep.
And I don't know if there's anything that can be done at this point.
Ooh, this is terrifying for him.
We seem to be getting very similar games in Group C.
Like it's also a transition as well.
Well,
It's like it's this player, then now it's this one, and then you got DT over here, and it's like, all right.
and it's all done by different players, obviously.
Exactly.
Let the bidding begin.
Which makes it funnier.
Who I'm certain are playing differently
Ceres,
in other
I'm
groups.
just disappointed in you.
Yeah, 2D-back is in a better spot though than the people in the previous groups who were just kind of dead. He has some chance of salvaging it. Nothing else he can invest into the rest of the other two sub stocks, and still not nearly as good as DT's position is, but he can at least steal some of that money away from him because the two subs are obviously expensive, so that is
Yeah.
somewhat relevant at least.
Yeah, that's really good money for DT.
Pirates. I hate
I'm
these
coming to a
filthy
realization that we are, as a community, are just horrible at Ceres. No, seriously,
I mean, that's the biggest issue, right? I mean,
because
when
people
you
are
have
whining how balance is off, how liquid batteries are OP, how scavengers are underpowered, and I'm looking here and like we're just noobs.
Definitely. I think we underestimate this a lot.
I'm just realizing how different strategies are in some ways, because you can't rely on the early patent lab as much as you can on Mars, because it seems to backfire consistently for
Optimization center is
Yeah,
open.
it's
in
seen
every game we've
Start
seen
improving.
so
that
far.
so far.
Every
Yeah,
black
every
market is
scene.
open for business.
Unless it's in the mid or late game.
In late game, I would say mid game is well, I guess depends on how you what you call a mid game. And DT is making enough money to actually just buy 2D back the undefended stocks, and his subs are good. He's making good money.
I think it would have been better if he starts purchasing more of his subsidiaries stock.
Maybe, they're making good money.
Let the planned
Together,
obsolescence
they're pulling
begin.
close to $1,000.
A new
The
claim
problem is that
available
2D
for
back is
auction.
still a bit expensive, even when you own all of his stock, because you're not going to make enough money quickly enough. I think you will be forced to defend yourself, so maybe it is better to just buy up the other two players and work with that. He doesn't make good money, but I don't think it's good
Sold.
enough. Now the claim is a bit cheap though.
Water
It
is
is a
so
good claim.
cheap. Oh, it was $1 a second ago.
So moving into second pleasure dome, and here's VR, so that's a big deal. And here's perpetual motion, so that's also very
The
nice
only
for pleasure
one.
domes.
He's the only one with pleasure domes as well.
I just don't think the 2D back has enough. He has only a single optimization center. He doesn't really have any sub stock that is relevant. I don't see where he's going to outpace DT in this game. He doesn't have any pleasure domes.
Dome is completed. I wonder what goes on
Well,
in
okay,
there.
he can blow
The
them up,
engineers have
obviously, but
advanced our
that's not going to
production.
last forever.
And that's only going to drive up the price to do that further.
It's a short-term solution, definitely. And 2D back has 4 times the cash that, yeah, or yeah, I'm probably overestimating
Black
2D
market
back's
is
ability to
online.
make money. And that, I guess, is a problem with his position and that stupid solar panel, which is absolutely
The pleasure
pointless.
dome is fully
Which we have
operational.
questioned straight from the
An
beginning.
expansive
Well,
HQ has
it
been
did make sense.
upgraded.
I kind of forgot for a moment that it's going to buff his iron production, but I don't think it's worth it anyway. I mean,
Especially not right now.
can you imagine instead of having that solar panel and that single nuclear plant that he had when we were talking about it, and having 2 nuclear plants by his base? He would have started making power cash before people started crushing power.
Mm-hmm.
And this way, just it feels inefficient.
We have a hard-to-come-by
I still
land
like
claim
the overall
available to the
plan
highest
with the
bidder.
nuke plants and solar condensers and the uranium in one spot.
Auction
That was
unclaimed.
pretty creative, and I think it was good. But otherwise, yeah, DT's gonna pull this off.
There you go. And that's a win for DT.
That's his second win. Let me take a look. So 19, 5, 10. And yep.
Soul 19, 5, 10.
Basically, same story. He found in all that water he was making good life support when no one else was doing it very well, and he was manipulating prices, which I think also mattered quite a bit. That's a move that I've seen him do on Ceres, and that's something to look out for if you're a robot, especially.
That's also a high level play that you would normally do.
Yeah, and it's a bit harder to move into life support quickly on Ceres sometimes, so it's even more efficient in that way. twodback showed us some really creative plays. It's unfortunate that in some ways that we did not see a win from him, because I'm really curious as to how he went 3-0 in the first 3 rounds, but this round I feel like it was not as
displeased. You feel very displeased.
well, no, I mean it's hard to expect a person to consistently win every game,
especially in a row.
Absolutely. But I would very much want to. I mean, I'm torn apart between what I want to see in round 5. Do I want to see another game that follows the same pattern just to say that Group C is cursed or something? Or do I want to see an actual real game for once? Okay, not these are
something new, something different.
Yeah, we want variety here.
No one likes the same. It's like you play with the low players for such a long time. You're like, can I just play with some high level players?
Yeah, and then you get crushed.
Please.